Take care. Thanks, Bhuvini. Thanks a lot. Good morning, all. People in online, just tell me whether you can see my screen as well as hear my voice loud and clear.
Yes, sir, it's audible and the screen is visible.
Fine, fantastic, thanks. Okay, so we are currently discussing about banking products, in which we saw about various types of banking, which includes retail banking, wholesale banking, personal banking service, private banking service, corporate banking, investment banking. Sometimes investment banking is also called as merchant banking. Okay, merchant banking. Then we moved forward towards checking on various banking products. What are the three types of banking products? Core activities, ancillary activities, and the agency activities. So how do you differ core activity from ancillary activity?
Advancing loans and accepting deposits, while ancillary activities are providing other kinds of services.
Any other product other than the core activity. Agency activity is third party activities. Good. So any example of third party activity? Selling insurances, transferring money on behalf of someone else. But if the bank is doing on its own, that will become part of ancillary activities. If a bank provides an ATM facility, for example, you are having an account with Lakshmi Vilas Bank, okay, and I am the bank is having an ATM. So you are using my ATM, that becomes an agency activity. When my customer takes the money from my ATM, that becomes an ancillary activity. So third party connecting with our customer, or we connecting with a different customer, such kind of things comes in the agency activity. Money transportation is one of the finest example. Then application forms, selling application forms. Okay.
Then if I have an ICICI card and ICICI card, and if I go and withdraw it from HDFC, that is known as an ancillary or an third party?
For HDFC, that will be an agency activity, because you are not their customer. You are from a different, for HDFC line of business, that becomes an agency activity. But if the HDFC customer itself is withdrawing the money, that becomes an ancillary activity of the money. Got it? Okay. Fine. So then we saw about various accounts, which is CASA as well as FDRD. CASA and FDRD, you see, since I'm operating in a different laptop, that fonts might have changed slightly, but that is not a problem. Guys, here, when it comes to understanding this CASA and FDRD, there is a life lesson. The life lesson is, I'll give you two options. The option one is a person who is joining a government service or a private job with a salary of 10,000 rupees. There is another person who's joining a bank with a salary of 10,000 rupees. Got it? 20 years passes on. The person who's working in the private company or a person who's working in the government, any kind of job, okay, who's not getting involved in corruption. Because after 20 years, if he's involving in corruption, he will be in jail, so he doesn't come in the equation. And if he's not engaging in any kind of corruption, he's a legitimate worker, like as there is private people. Private people are legitimate workers. They do their work, they get their salary. 20 years passes on, and they get a salary of approximately 1.5 lakhs per month. Here, the bank employee, after 20 years, the person who's working in Canara Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, he gets a salary of 80,000 rupees. At the end of the 20th year, who will be rich, wealthy? The bank employee. Any other choices? No choice. Please come. You got my question right? Two people are starting their career with the same amount of salary. After 20 years, the person who's working in a bank ends up with a lesser salary, which is 80,000 rupees per month. The person who is in a private company will be drawing somewhere around 1.5 lakhs, and the person who is in the government job, they will be ending up drawing somewhere around nearly a lakh, more than a lakh, more than a lakh. So what happens? Who becomes rich? Who becomes wealthy at the end of the 20th year? Invariably, I have asked this question in so many forums, so many classes, both in Tamil Nadu and in other places. Invariably, people choose the bank employee. But logically speaking, we should be saying that the other person should be, because they both are starting with the same salary, but the other person is ending up with 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs. But everyone chooses bank employee. Why? Correct. Correct. So every one of our job is to be happy, and money becomes one of the important factor for being happy. It is not the only factor, but it is one of the factor. So if someone is saying that I am getting into a job to serve the nation, that is that bit of a dramatic factor. Okay, they want to serve themselves by earning a decent amount of salary. But the point is how long you are going to work. Will the horse run till 58 or 60 years? Or does the horse wants to move away in the middle? Correct? And another important factor is, if you want to become a crorepati, for example, let's imagine everyone wants to become a crorepati. Is there anyone in this classroom who doesn't want to become a crorepati? There is nothing in the choice. If we are getting, we are happy. You are going to, let's imagine you are joining a job in the age of 21 and you are retiring at the age of 58. What is the maximum time period you are working? 37 years. From 58 to, let's imagine you are going to live till 98 or 100. By the time you reach 98, the medical field will be able to push you to 120. Such kind of advancements will happen. And now we become bored about this world. Okay. So let's take a decent number, 98. So from 58 to 98, what are you going to do? Spend the money we have earned. And we could able to explore all sort of things which we always try to do. So one thing is evident, 40 years in our life, we are going to be old, unemployed, and dependent. Dependent in the sense, not we are depending on our kids or someone else. We might be dependent on medical facilities, or we might be dependent on something else. Okay, there are chances. Some people may be independent completely, but 40 years unemployment and oldness is waiting. If we want to live a dignified life from 58 to 98, you should be having a sizable amount of money in your kitty when you are retiring. Correct? This is well understood. So here, what do I say? What is the limit? What is the limit in the sense, how much money should here? Some of the government employees or private contractors, they think too much of money, gathering too much of money will help them in terms of living a happy life after that. But that is not the case. In reality, that is not at all the case. Because not only the money, you take Mahabharata, whatever the boon which someone asks, that boon itself will become a curse. Correct? So, ethically and philosophically, it is better we don't go and ask anything to God, rather allow God to give us what we want. That is the safest play. Of course, that is the essence of Gita, which has been told by Krishna as well. So what I'm trying to say is, when we see that for 40 years we have to sustain, and we should also sustain others who are dependent on us, then greed comes. When the greed comes, we try to engage in corruption. The corruption will lead to all other disasters, not only the material disasters, but also karmic disasters. The karmic disasters will haunt. The material disaster will give a pathetic blow. And in my experience, I have seen so much of people, and I have taken into account certain people, and I will observe what is happening to them as well in the future. So always it is safe that you have to become a crorepati by the age of 58 years, but in a legitimate way, in the most legitimate. I'll tell you, there is a scheme which government brings in, which is called as Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, one of the finest scheme for women empowerment, where a girl child is born, we can go and open an account in post office on the girl child name, and we can put 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 5,000 rupees or any amount of money, and you get tax deduction as well. Plus, this scheme should continue till 20 years, and at the 21st year, the child can withdraw the money. If we are putting 5,000 rupees per month, let's imagine. So I'm not saying that you should take the scheme, but the scheme is a blueprint for how you will save your money for your future. Because there is a saying, how much you are going to earn is not going to make you rich. How much you are going to save is the one which is going to make you rich. So considering a person is drawing somewhere around 50,000 or 40,000 as a salary without sacrificing any of the materialistic world's requirements, they take care of everything. But at the same time, they are not going to lavish, using indiscriminately the credit card, purchasing the latest iPhone and changing it every year when the new version comes, and purchasing a car and paying 50,000 rupees as insurance, and then for the purpose they have bought a car, they keep roaming here and there and they spend a lot amount of money. So these kind of things will, it will actually make them to spend more than what they are earning. Then obviously they have to engage in certain unethical activities where they will be get into some sort of mess. So if you put 5,000 rupees per month for 20 years in Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, what will be the total investment you have made? 12 lakhs. So 60,000 per year. 10 years, 6 lakhs. 20 years, 12 lakhs. At the 21st year, what might be the amount we may get? Approximately guess. You don't need to calculate. Approximately guess.
Around 15 lakhs.
15 lakhs. Good. 14. Any other choices? I'll tell you, it is not less than 48 lakhs. Okay. I'll tell you. The first year you are putting 60,000, right? It doubles in 7 years. That becomes 120. That doubles in another 7 years, which becomes 240. That again not doubles in another, the remaining years, it will earn something else. That first year investment alone will become approximately 3 lakhs. 20 years. Okay. Then the second year, third year. I take this because corporate companies, when they call me to train people, they ask me to tell this example, and they want to make the people understand how important it is to save, to become rich legitimately. So you are a person who's drawing any amount of salary, but you can spend 5,000 rupees saving. Correct? And you are doing this for 4 years or 5 years. Your salary is getting increased. Can you push this 5,000? Can you push this 5,000 to 7,000 or 8,000? Yes. And after 10 years, 11 years, when your salary is close to around 60,000, 70,000 rupees, you can able to save 10,000 rupees. When your salary crosses 1 lakh, how much you can save? You can save 25, 30,000 rupees per month. If this is going to be the line where you will save, after 20 years, what will be the amount which will be there? Will it be more than 1 crore? Definitely, right? But where is the trap? The first trap is whenever there is a requirement, breaking this deposits. The moment you break this deposit, finished. Second important factor is the moment you take up a job, the bankers will approach you, giving you a credit card, giving you a car loan, and your relatives will persuade you to buy a home. You just go to Saukarpet and see how many Jain community people are having a own house. But they make turnovers in crores. Because they know when to buy, when not to buy. Correct? So, a typical person will buy a home. Okay, buy a home. Let's imagine that he's buying a home somewhere in the corner of the world in 50 lakhs because they say that it is very close to Chennai. Okay. And you know how much they will be paying it back to the bank? Approximately 80 lakhs. Minimum 30 lakhs is the interest component. And the beauty is for the first 7 years or 8 years, that interest only will be deducted. After that only they will touch the capital. Okay, so this plan of repaying the money is called as amortization. The plan of taking the loan is mortgage. The plan of repayment is called as amortization schedule. As per the amortization schedule, first they will pick up the what? Interest components. Then only they will be taking the capital component. So how many years it will take for you to complete that 80 lakhs? They will never allow you to complete them. They know the right time, they will approach you, they will give a top-up loan. Got it? And after having a house, will you be, if you pick up the house in a metro community living or outskirts, definitely you need a car. Then you buy a car with a basic interest rate of 9% or 10%. What will happen? For that, you should. And nowadays, the beauty is once you buy the flat, they give the bare shell and you have to make up the interior, which will cost you approximately 25 to 30 lakhs. Okay. Then one relative will come and they will say that this is fridge, it's a pudu fridge. In the sofa, romba mosam aidich. Pudus vaangireenga. Pudu veetukku poringa. At a time you change everything. Correct. So they will persuade us to buy these things. Of course, they are taking care of us. We have to politely decline what we have to decline because we should be insulating ourselves. That is the essential factor of an economist. Being economical. You should be able to spend where you have to spend and you should stop spending where you should not spend. That is the essence of studying economics. Got it? That is well understood by the bankers. Day in and day out, bankers will be talking about fixed deposit, recurring deposit, tax saving, etc., etc., etc. Day in and day out, we will be talking about what Sendil Balaji have done, what Mukh Stalin have done, who is Jayagada, and what is all sort of things which is there in our forwards. Correct? So there should be a paradigm shift. The paradigm shift is we should have our eye on the price. We should be able to. So let's imagine you have judiciously followed what I told now. And from the date you joined the job, you diligently put some 5,000 or 10,000 on a regular basis where the interest rate is minimum 8%. Okay. Where the interest rate is minimum 8% per year in recurring deposit or fixed deposit. And if you go to SBI, you will get only 5% or 6%. I have 3 accounts. One is in Axis, another one is in Utkarsh. Utkarsh Bank. What bank it is? Huh?
Small finance bank.
Perfect. That is a small finance bank. Another account is with Axis. Why? Axis is for transaction. I can pay my taxes, I can pay my EB bill, I can pay everything using that. Utkarsh Bank is for savings because they give 6.5% interest for the savings account. Then imagine for FD. Then you have Transport Corporation, Power Finance Corporation, where you could able to get up to 9% interest rate. Correct?
Even post office offer.
Correct. If you don't know these informations, then it is a shame for me. After attending my economic classes, if you don't know what is the interest rate which the bank is providing, which bank is providing the best interest rate, where we could able to put money, where we have to take money, correct? It is not about teaching what is a monetary policy and other factors. So you have started saving and you have accomplished within 41 years or 42 years, you have saved somewhere around 1.5 crores or 2 crores. Okay. If you put that 1.5 crores or 2 crores in the bank, only if you legitimately saved it, you can put it in the bank. If not, the moment you put it in the bank, People will come and then finished. So 8% interest rate. Let's imagine you have 1 crore in the bank. How much interest you will get per year? 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs divided by 12, approximately 60 plus thousand. So every month you have a passive income which is 60,000. If you would have earned 2 crores, then your passive income itself 1,20,000 rupees. Okay. By this time, you have grown as a deputy commissioner, joint commissioner, or IG rank. If you are in police, you would be in IG rank. If you are in a collectorate, you would be in a collector or a district collector, or you will be a secretary. You have a passive income of 1,20,000 rupees. What kind of work you will do now? I'll tell you. You will be very energetic, very vibrant, bold, honest, because you are not bothered about what your superior is insisting. Even if the superior is asking you to be corrupt, you can say that I will not be corrupt. Can you understand? When you don't have this passive income, you are afraid. You memo kuduruvaangalo, illa tribunal kamchiruvaangalo, illa nammala suspend panniduvangalo, illa value vitte dismiss panniduvangalo, illa nammala frame panniduvangalo. I work for my happiness and I will do the right thing. Can you understand? This power will not come unless and until you have a very good passive income. Got it? So that should be achieved with the first 20 years of your work life in the government sector or any sector. 2 things should be there. You should legitimately give learning as the primary importance. One statistic saying that people who go to Labasna, 90% of the people in Labasna don't even open the newspaper which have been given in their room. They took a study. Why? Because they have cleared, they are the genius in the entire world. They don't want to do it. You know, when the study came to light, there was a seminar which was conducted, and then many people cut the class. Then they identified what is this attitude. Then they made them to write imposition. Got it? So at that time, the study shows that 90% of the people don't even open the newspaper because they think that, okay, exam is over. That's it. Now, whatever we say, that is going to happen. That is not how the world works. Got it? So for the first 20 years of the work time, people have to embrace poverty or thrift living and learning. Inga oru IAS pass panna udaneye, when they are in training, they want to appear in the press. You know, in North India, or the powerful people whose kids are becoming an IAS officer, do you know what they do? They never come in the press and they immediately depute to Delhi. They work in the North Block. In North Block, you will not get any respect. Got it? But they go there. Why? Because they know every secretary in every ministry in the central cabinet. Then they are coming to the state. What the state will do? Everyone will be white. And your experience will be very vast because from the central you are coming. So can you understand? First 20 years of your time period, you should patiently allow things to be learned and saving lot amount of money rather than showing a flamboyant. Of course, you don't need to buy a car. Government is going to give a car. You don't need to put petrol. Government is going to give petrol. So everything is taken care. At least we shall save the money and put ourselves in a better way where we could able to complete the tasks in a better way. So why I am saying this when we are discussing about CASA and FDRD is CASA FDRD is the first milestone where you could able to start your savings. So at least you will start thinking, am I having a bank account? Okay. What is the interest rate this bank account is giving? How much money should I have in liquid? How much money should I put it in FD? Start it as a practice. Females who are CAs, CWAs, bankers, of course, even males, CAs, CWAs, but specifically why I took females is they are very meticulous. They clearly know that for this Diwali, we are going to spend approximately 30,000 rupees. So they put a 2,500 rupee RD. Got it? For this year, they are planning to buy this much of gold. So they will put a RD. For everything they put an RD, they complete all these tasks and then only they will use the remaining money. They already fix a task. Guys, I'll tell you, you will not get this piece of information which I am telling you in any books. Okay, out of my experience, I'm saying this. There are two types of people. One set of people, they could able to easily save money. Another set of people, even if they are standing upside down, they cannot save money. They are very good spenders. I am saying that they are very good spender and another person is very good saver. I'm not saying very good spender is a bad person. Or a huge function you want to make. If you give it in the hands of the saver, that function will be a mess. If you give it to a spender, they know where to buy, where to order, how to do it, they will get it done. Got it? So both has the power. If you are a saver, then you can go ahead saving. If you are a spender, identify who can able to assist you in saving. It might be either your spouse or your mother or your father who could able to, because their hand may be a saving hand. So you can able to proceed on that part. If you couldn't able to find anyone, create commitments. Start a FD, start a SIP in mutual funds where they automatically debit some money. So automatically this will happen and you could able to make it up. But if you are a spender, you are thinking that one fine day there will money coming from the sky to you and you will become rich. That will not happen. So identifying who you are, whether you are a spender or a saver. Rare cases, there will be a combination of it. To some extent, they will be saving, to some extent, that is a rare case. But you have to do what you are doing it. So this is the right place where I could able to convey this piece of information, which you could able to use it for your life. So moving from this bank balance sheet, I told you what is demand and time liability. What are demand deposits? Demand deposits.
And the deposits that can be taken when we ask for it.
Okay, what are they?
They are current accounts and savings accounts.
Correct. So this is the screen which I showed you when I was discussing, and it says demand deposit. What is that? CASA is demand deposit and time deposit is fixed deposit and recurring deposit. And I told you this demand and time deposits can be called as demand and time liabilities. Correct? Demand and time liability. At one point of time in UPSC, I think it is 2016 paper or 15 paper, I'm not very sure. There was a question which says that demand and time liability, which was recently in news, is associated with what? Telecom industry, banking industry, blah, blah, blah. It was not recently in news. It was there in news for almost 200 years from the time banking have been introduced. But see how simple the phrase was, but it was asked. That is the level of question paper in 2015. But now more and more complexity is increasing. Why more and more complexity is increasing? Because every Tom, Dick and Harry opens a YouTube channel and they start advising how to handle UPSC paper. And in this, they start giving a lot amount of tricks. And obviously, UPSC is a giant, monstrous. Oh, idella solringla. So elimination illadabadi or question paper set pannidha. That is what happened in the last exam. So now, after completing this resident accounts, now we shall move forward towards non-resident accounts. Since I told you a lot amount of methodology in which you have to have a paradigm shift in terms of savings, please never ever come towards me asking me for any saving advice. It is over. Okay, so because that is not my job, it is over. But I'll tell you one person in the entire world you can blindly believe and you can follow the investment advice. That person is you yourself. If you are trusting your fund manager, no. If you are trusting your stockbroker, no. If you are trusting your bank manager, no. Everyone wants to sell something. But there are genuine people. There are genuine people. For them, they will give a genuine advice. Okay, but such kind of people are very rare, and it takes experience to find out such a kind of people. But other than that, if you are putting your hard-earned money, you have to investigate, you have to find out what is good, what is bad, and you should be able to decide that, okay, if I'm doing this, I am ready to take the risk. Then you can able to move on. Got it? So non-resident Indian deposits. Non-resident Indian deposits. Why non-residents need to have an account in India? There are two reasons for non-residents to have account in India. First reason is they want to repatriate money from the country in which they earned for repatriation purpose. What is the word I used? Repatriation. Repatriation means taking it back. So someone is working in Gulf, they want to take the money and come back to India. This is called as repatriation. Okay. Another reason why they want a bank account in India is they might have invested in India. That investment would have generated some profits. They want to park that money in bank. That money is called what? Some money generated here. So these are the two reasons. But why we need to differentiate these two factors? They earned money abroad. They want to repatriate overseas earned money back to India. Another factor is NRI have invested money in India. That investment will have generated some earnings. They have to park that money in India. Both the money cannot be put in the same account. Why? Or what is the difference between this money and that money? What might be the primary? You put yourself in the shoes and think, what is the difference between that money and this money? The first difference is that money was generated abroad, not on the economic boundaries of India. It was generated in the somewhere else. So one of the questions which several times in some of the Indians ask, even the Africans ask this: you keep a factory in our country, you pollute our environment, you use our resources, and then you take the money back to your home country. Then we are left as it is. Pay taxes here. Can you understand? So the money which is generated by the NRIs were generated using the resources of a different country. So if they want to repatriate that, they will be paying the taxes over there and then they will bring the money over here. The second important factor is that money is a foreign currency. Correct? Money which generates profits inside India is in INR. Clear? So for this reason, these two sets of money cannot be put in a single bank account. We need separate types of bank accounts. Okay. So first scenario, the person earned money abroad and he wants to repatriate overseas, earn the money back to India. So what will be the primary question he will be having with himself? Whether I should park the money in dollars or I should convert it into Indian rupees and park the money. Correct? If you are working in United States and you have $10,000 in your hand, you are coming to India or you are sending it to your father. Then your father will ask you this question, right? $10,000 dollar account illa, or I should convert it into Indian rupees and park it. What you will say? You will say, let me check the foreign exchange rate now. Okay, we have a very good exchange rate, so you convert it and put it. Or we are having a bad exchange rate, you park it in there. So we need two type of accounts when you are bringing the money up from abroad. One account is a FCY account. That means foreign currency account. Another is a INR. But when the money is generated inside India through investments, the question of foreign currency doesn't come. We can simply park it there. So when they repatriated, money earned in FCY is converted to INR while depositing in India. This is called as NRE, non-resident external account. NRE account. Non-resident external account is a Indian rupee account, but you can park money in that account only money generated in external areas and brought in, converted into INR and parked in NRE. Got it? So, good. Second factor is, this is NRE. Here, the NRI person says that, okay, I don't want to convert it. I want to park it as it is in dollars. It may be in dollars, pounds, euros, drams, dinars, anything else. So that type of account is called as FCNR, foreign currency non-resident account. Foreign currency non-resident account. Got it? Foreign currency non-resident account. So when these people bring in foreign currency into India, whether they are holding it in FCNR or whether they are holding it in NRE, it will create inflation. Inflation means it will increase the amount of money in the economy. How? Because as per FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, no one should hold more than a certain amount of foreign currency in their hand. So they will park it in the bank. The moment they park it into the bank, what the bank must do? They should give the forex to RBI and RBI will give Indian rupees in return. Can you understand? So this foreign currency which goes to RBI, it will be added to the asset side of RBI. And the amount of money which RBI is giving away, that will be added in the liability side of RBI. So foreign currency coming into India will increase the asset side of RBI as well as equivalently the liability will also increase. So FCNR account, one difference is FCNR account is added in what we call as balance of payment. Balance of payment, we will see it at a later point of time in detail. The third type of account is the NRI have made some investments in Indian company. The investments earned in India will be parked. So the question of foreign currency doesn't come here. They can simply make it up. So that account is called as NRO account. Okay. Now tell me, what are the three types of accounts we saw now? Very good. So NRE and FCNR are similar. The only difference is forex, whether in FCY or in INR. NRO is non-resident ordinary. Non-resident ordinary account. So non-resident ordinary account is when money is generated inside India. Okay. So the difference between these two is, I'll tell you the key differences. NRE account is freely repatriable. Okay, because why it is freely repatriable? They earned it somewhere else. They brought it inside. From here again, if they want to take it back, they can freely take it back. But funds in NRO is not freely repatriable because the money is generated inside India. So it is not freely repatriable. NRE account is tax free. NRO account, taxes applicable. Why NRE tax free? Only when we make it tax free, they will be happy to bring the money over here. That is one reason. Second reason is NRE account, the person have already paid the taxes in the country in which they generated the cash. So we can't make a double taxation. Then income originated in India cannot be credited in NRE account. Income originated in India can be credited in NRO account. NRE can be jointly held by another NRI, but NRO account can be jointly held by Indian resident and NRI. Okay, so these are the differences between NRE and NRO account. Clear? Any doubts? Okay. Now we shall see FCNR. What is FCNR? Foreign currency non-resident account. If you are an Indian citizen and you want to open a foreign currency account, can we open a foreign currency account? Yes, we can open a foreign currency account, which is called as resident foreign currency account. That is, FCNR is foreign currency non-resident. When we are a citizen of India and we want to open it, we can have a resident foreign currency account. FCNR is always seen as a fixed deposit. What might be the reason? FCNR account maintains only as a term deposit. Why we should have FCNR as a term deposit only? I will tell you why. Many foreigners, so that is NRIs, have invested money in India. They are holding foreign currencies. Suppose there is an economic tremor. There is you just leave some space and continue with the class. You just leave some space and continue with the class. Okay, so when it comes to when they are holding it, for example, if I am there, imagine I am an NRI, I am having some $100,000 in the bank. Suppose the Prime Minister is announcing demonetization, or there is a lockdown, or there is some other problem where I foresee the dollar may appreciate or depreciate. Now what I will do? I will take my money and move on. So when all the NRIs take their money from FCNR, what will happen? There will be a huge demand for dollars and India's economic stability is in threat. Correct? So the government says that you can't take the money instantly. When you are holding the money in FCNR, it can be only as a fixed deposit, term deposit. So you can able to have only as a term deposit. So it is to avoid economic instability in India, because they can instantly take the money out. So FCNR accounts maintained in any freely convertible currency. What is a freely convertible currency? Any other currency instantly. For example, you are going to a money exchanger and you are giving some 70,000 rupees and you are asking for $1,000. He gives $1,000. Now again you go and tell him, sir, I took this dollars in an incorrect understanding. Give me Japanese yen. And he will take it and he will give Japanese yen. However, there will be some commission which will be there. And you again say that, oh, sorry, sir, I took it wrongly. Take it and give me euros. He will give it. Another person comes and he is giving the money and saying that, sir, give me Korean won. And he gives a Korean won. But now he goes and asks him, sir, I want to convert it. No, boss. I can't take it back. Because I'm having this Korean won for almost a year. Now only you came asking for it. I have given it to you. Now it is your headache to take care of it. Because it is not freely convertible. Deutsche Mark, Polish zloty, Argentinian peso, or any such kind of currencies, or Korean won, these are not going to be a convertible currency. No one needs it. Even Indian rupee cannot be used effectively in Russia. That is a problem now currently which is going on. Correct? So these are not freely convertible currency. Freely convertible currencies are currencies which has a demand for goods. So US dollar, Australian dollar, euro, Great Britain pounds, Chinese renminbi, Japanese yen, grams, Singaporean dollar, INR, Canadian dollar, all these will be a freely convertible currency. Okay. So interest earned is tax-free in India and you can take the money back to the respective country. When the NRI comes back to India and he says that, okay, I'm not going to go back to foreign country, I'm going to live in India, like how it happened in Shivaji movie. At that point of time, he can convert the FCNR account into resident foreign currency account. Okay, resident foreign currency account. Clear? So we are done with the demand deposits and time deposits of resident Indian and NRE, NRO and FCNR of NRIs. Now we shall see how account opening is taken seriously in India. Okay, so everyone who needs an account, they will approach a bank and they will be opening an account. But account has been seen as a serious requirement for each and every individual, because on one side, the government worked in terms of making the mobile phones cheaper, mobile tariff cheaper. On the other side, they worked on Aadhaar. And the other side, they worked on a bank account for everyone. This is called Jam Trinity. What is Jam Trinity?
Gender, Aadhaar and mobile.
Correct. Why these three has to be interlinked? So that we can avoid the duplication and we can able to use it for DBT, direct benefit transfer. For example, we are buying cylinder. Now we are not, we are getting the subsidy amount through the bank, which is part of DBT, direct benefit transfer. Now this direct benefit transfer will be more and more effective. Okay. So Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is you see this image. The image shows you, some people are showing the bank book, and there is another symbol which is Guinness record. So it is a Guinness record. Largest bank account drive where they have opened so much of account in the entire world. So Jan Dhan, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is a Guinness record. Prior to this Jan Dhan account or any other government scheme, RBI already had a scheme called BSBD account. BSBD means Basic Savings Bank Deposit Account. Basic Savings Bank Deposit Account is anyone can go and open an account with a bank with zero balance in that account. Earlier, the Congress government came up with what is called as Swabhiman scheme. Swabhiman scheme was a village-based approach. So they identified 2000 villages and they identified that at least a few people in this village may have an account. So when these few people have an account, for example, a college girl wants a fee to be paid, she can approach him and he will help him. So at least some of the villages are having an account. So it is a village based, but we are having more than 1 lakh village. The target of Swabhiman scheme was only 2000 villages. But when Modi came, he told that this village-based scheme must be converted into household-based scheme. Every household in every village or urban area must get at least one bank account. So every household will have one bank account. This was the target which they fixed in 2014 when Modi came as Prime Minister. Then in 2018, a review has to be done. At that point of time, they enhanced the target, saying that no, it is no more every household. One family ki orther account idu poite, every adult should have an account. Got it? So from Swabhiman scheme, where we were having a village-based approach, we have evolved to household-based approach, and from there we evolved to adult-based approach. Every adult should have a bank account. Okay. So the Yojana is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. The vehicle through which this Yojana was implemented was BSBD account. Okay. So the BSBD account is a vehicle through which this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was delivered. This BSBD account is also called as no frills account. No frills account means it is not attached with you should have these many amount as balance and at least you should have did this many transactions per year. So like this, there is no conditions. No conditions apply. Of course, there are certain conditions apply, but these kind of frills are not there. So this is the biggest, not only India's biggest, we can say that it is the world's biggest financial inclusion drive. When I told you inclusion, what are the three words? No. Whenever inclusive development or financial inclusion, I use the word inclusion. I told you 3A.
Affordability,
Availability. Correct. Accessibility, affordability, availability. So inclusive அப்படின்ற word வந்துட்டாலே இந்த மூணு வார்த்தையை வச்சு நீங்க என்ன வேணா எழுதலாம். Accessibility, availability, affordability. So when the government told that they give free tickets for women, suppose, but so far I haven't received any complaint saying that bus varala, such complaint was not there. But if such complaint come, what happens? It is not inclusive. Why? Because accessibility is not there. Affordability is there, correct? Accessibility is not there, availability is not. So this will enhance financial inclusion. Minimum balance is not required during and after opening the account. Minimum balance is not required during and after opening the account. ATM come debit card without any initial fees and annual maintenance fee. You see, any bank will give you, irrespective of what kind of customer, a free credit card or a debit card. But no one will waive off the annual maintenance fee unless and until you are using it for large amount of transaction. If the Indian government wants to give so many lakhs of debit cards, ATM come debit card. What is the difference between ATM and debit card? Both are same, right? ATM card is the first card which came into survival. You can use that card only to withdraw the cash. You can't use it in a POS machine. But debit card is, you can use for ATM transaction and you can use it in a POS machine, point of sale machine. So that is a ATM come debit card. Okay. So how come the government can give ATM come debit card free? Because we have our own indigenous. What indigenous means another? Indigenously made RuPay card. Prior to RuPay, what were we using? Visa, MasterCard, Maestro, American Express. Got it? But now RuPay is a dominant player. Then
I think every bank is now given a target to get RuPay cards.
RuPay cards, okay.
That is why I think Visa and MasterCard wrote it to RBI stating the RuPay cards, RuPay is actually being a competitor to us.
Okay. Correct. That's true. And another thing is that nowadays banks are giving you options. They're asking you whether you want a Visa card or a RuPay card.
So, but RuPay வந்து இப்போ சில countries தான் நமக்கு RuPay பண்ண முடியும். இப்போ சிங்கப்பூர் இல்ல துபாய் போனா யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். US ல போனா we can't use RuPay, right?
Obviously, we should have Visa card or MasterCard. So that is a limitation. For example, when they asked me for an option, I opted for Visa card. And I can pay the fees. When I travel somewhere else, I can confidently use the card. But people who don't have, they are approaching for a basic BSBD account, they can obviously go for RuPay card because it is much cheaper and it is indigenous product as well. Next is deposit and withdrawal service are free of cost. No charges for non-operation or activation of an inoperative account. Then normally, if you don't use the account, that account will be labeled as dormant account. Then to reoperate that account, again the bank will ask you to put some money, etc. Here that is not the case. It is completely free. You can use it. Providing checkbook is optional. The bank may give or may not give. If you are opening a Jan-Dhan account in a regional rural bank, the regional rural bank may not give you a check. So we can't demand it. But if we are opening the same Jan-Dhan account in State Bank of India, they will obviously give a check. Existing savings account can be converted to BSBD account, but normally they will do the KYC process. What is KYC process? Very good. If you are using any ATM branch, you can use only 4 times. Okay. Then can't credit more than 1 lakh in a year and cannot have more than 50,000 at a time. In the account, you can't have more than 50,000 at any point of time and you can't credit more than 1 lakh. If you are doing it, what will happen? If you are doing, what will happen? Nothing. The account will convert itself into a normal account, normal savings account. Clear? Because it is understood that you could able to use it. Hmm.
In the terms of the last, it is KYC must.
Ah.
And here it is full KYC must. What is the difference in normal and full?
You see, I'll tell you what is the difference. First thing is, there are several banks where KYC is not taken very seriously, but now everyone is taking seriously. But some time back, I'm telling you, I would have told you about this ATM scam. Okay, in ATM, if a person is having, let's imagine there is a bank where they don't do any kind of big KYC and all. So some people, what they did, they went to the bank and they opened too many accounts, many accounts. What account? Bank account, savings account. They put 10,000 rupees in each account. Now they got a ATM card. They go to the ATM in a single night. They go to the ATM, put the card and withdraw 10,000 rupees. The 10,000 rupees comes out. At that time, the machine had what is called as cash retraction mechanism. The cash will retract if you are not taking the cash. So they put it, 10,000 rupees comes out. These people will wait. They will not take the cash. When the machine is about to retract the cash, they will hold a bunch of amount of notes and they will pluck it. The remaining notes will go back in. As per the ATM design, when the note is coming out, it will count. When the note is going inside, it will fall in a tray. So the transaction is treated as cancelled. So your account will have 10,000 rupees. Again, put the ATM card, pluck it. Again, it goes out. So they will be doing it until the machine is empty. Then they will go to the next ATM. They will go to the next ATM. Crores and crores of money was swindled in a single night. Okay. So with what confidence they did this? Because the KYC was not done. Account was activated, card was activated, and even before they could able to be asked for their Aadhaar or any other, or they checking anything else, they completed this. And Reserve Bank of India gave a direction saying that all the ATM machines must be, the cash retraction mechanism must be removed and put a sticker, cash retraction is not available. If you are not taking the cash, that is your responsibility. So all the ATMs cash retraction mechanism was disabled. This happened several years back. But in entire India, in South Tamil Nadu, around 8 State Bank of India ATM alone, the cash retraction mechanism was not disabled. Under getting this piece of information, from Gujarat, people travel here, they put the card, they empty the ATM machine. Then how come they could able to, you would have heard ATM Collier, and suddenly you see ATM was created by Cisco. You will never hear even a single ATM have been broken and money taken out. The people would have, even with the crane, they have pulled the ATM out. And they left the ATM as it is and they went away even before the police can. They can't open the ATM. So if ATM related fraud happens, either it should happen like this, or it should happen because they used the person who was there already working, using that information with the key to open it with the code. Other than that, the ATM fraud cannot happen. So you imagine that the culprits still have molds in various places where they could able to give the information. In entire India, only 8 ATM is yet to be disabled with the cash retraction mechanism. So we can implement our plan again. So they came, they took money. And again, State Bank of India was slashed with a penalty by RBI, saying that you did not follow my order. Okay, so now you understood why KYC is important. So when the BSBD account have been converted, a KYC would have been would be done. What is a KYC? Who are you? Aadhaar card. What is your source of income? Who are you? Where are you located? Your ID proof, address proof, date of birth. Name, ID proof, date of birth. But when you are getting more than 1 lakh in your account, but it is treated that you are a person who's eligible to have a BSBD account, then something fishy is happening. Now full KYC. Full KYC means who are you? Where are you located? What is your source of income? What is your source of wealth? What is your business? From where is your customer? From where you will receive money? Where you will send goods? What is your raw material? So every detail will be collected. That is full KYC. The top one is a basic KYC. ID, Aadhaar verification. That's it. So this gives a comparison between about Jan Dhan Yojana, from which was started from 2014, and PMJDY, which was extended from 2018, and prior to 2014, Swabhiman scheme. So you can see the span is only 2,000 villages in Swabhiman scheme, but in PMJDY, whole country. The targeted unit, initially it was village-based approach, PMJDY household approach, then PMJDY adult approach. Zero balance account is given for all the three options. RuPay debit card is not available for Swabhiman scheme, but here they have given it. OD facility. What is a OD facility? Overdraft. What is overdraft?
So you can withdraw beyond our bank account limit.
You can withdraw beyond. Correct. For example, I'll tell you how this thing evolved. This was primarily available only for current accounts. At that time, I'm expecting a check for 10,000 rupees, which will be encashed today. Considering that I have given a check for 5,000 rupees to someone. Okay, I gave a check to you, 5,000 rupees, you have put the check. Now I am expecting money to come. You put the check at morning 10 o'clock. The bank manager sees the check and the account is zero. So he bounces the check. After 2 hours, the money comes to my account. So at the end of the day, there is money in my account, but my check was bounced. To avoid, so what is the loss for you? The loss for you is a reputational loss. People will not respect you going forward. So the banks decided that, okay, we should be a bit softer on this. So they started giving OD facility, considering the customer. At that time, the bank manager will know all the customer. By face itself, the bank manager can say, oh, Ivra, Avra like this. But nowadays, we don't even know who's our RM, who's our bank manager, or even in which bank we are having an account. Okay, only when we go to the bank, they will say that, sir, it is, your account is not in this branch, it is in that branch. Okay, so what happens is, this OD facility is provided by the Prime Minister. Initially, they gave approximately 5,000 rupees as overdraft. You see, this 5,000 rupees is அதாவது ஒரு விஷயம் நல்ல விஷயம் நீங்க பண்றீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. When we are doing some good thing, creating a massive bad thing and throwing it on you, even the good thing get masked. When Modi came up with 5,000 rupees, the opposition, you know what they told? They told that he disappointed us. Why? Because he told that he will bring the black money and he will put 15 lakhs or 5 lakhs in each account. 15 lakhs. And there is no record that Modi have told that, and no sane person would have told that as well. Okay, but they would have told that if we bring that money, we can put up to 15 lakhs in each account. That much of money is there in the Swiss bank and other places. So everyone started expecting 15 lakhs. Now the government is giving 5,000. You see, with the population of like a country like India, 5,000 rupees is very, very huge. How many stones have to be turned? How many people should have been convinced to get this OD? You imagine a child whose school fees was not paid, was sent out of the school, and the mother have to take a small gold and go to a pawnbroker shop, punically wait outside and give the gold, get the money, go rush to get the fees, pay the fees. A daily worker who's selling something in the push cart got into an accident. He has to take him to the hospital. Previously, there was no such situation, but now the female can take OD. The male will get PMJ, Jan Aushadhi Yojana. Okay, Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, so is this not empowerment? This is empowerment. Correct? So what happens is this gives lot amount of respect to the people. People can able to right royally go to their bank, they can able to withdraw what they want, and they can come, they can use it up even if they don't have money. So imagine a maid working in your house. For them also there is a OD of 5,000 rupees. Okay, but what to say that in Tamil Nadu specifically, these kind of good options which was created by the central government have been completely masked by saying too many other things where people didn't even understood what is happening. Okay, so when the central government told that we will pay the subsidies in your account when the cylinder is purchased, the opposition conveniently claimed it as they have increased the cylinder rate. But what happened? Cylinder rate was increased. However, the remaining amount was credited as a subsidy. But who bothered about the subsidy? You create a stain on someone's cloth and you move away. That's it. It can't be erased. So in 2018, they increased the OD limit to 10,000 rupees. Up to 2,000 rupees, no question asked. Got it? They can simply go there. You see, you go to a pharmacy in the night time, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Some old people will come to get only one tablet. Why? Because they don't have the money to buy 10 tablets in a hole and keep it in their room. Every day they have to work, they have to get some money, then they will come to purchase one tablet. But now, with this OD, we can able to make it up. But however, our government is different. They come up with a 90 ml Tetra Pak, trying to solve some of the most critical problems in the world. That is a different story. Okay, so those who don't and didn't understood what I told, just leave it. You understood? You didn't understood. Tamil Nadu government recently came up with a 90 ml Tetra Pak for whiskey or brandy, where people no need to wait.
Right, I saw that, right.
No, okay. So
I didn't really,
Okay.
I didn't see the pictures of.
okay.
Then we should not call them drunkards.
Okay, alcohol aficionados. Okay, likewise we can able to some. Age limit of the OD was previously 18 to 60 years. Now they have moved from 18 to 65 years. Accident insurance, 1 lakh coverage in the 2014 one, and now it is 2 lakhs coverage. You see, this accident coverage for us, it will be a very simple one. But if you see it from the shoes of a very normal worker, for example, one of my students is an assistant commissioner in labor department in Vellore. I feel very proud at times when I see his name in the newspaper that visiting various places, releasing bonded laborers, and he regularly and child laborers out of such kind of one and putting them in school. And regularly he used to conduct camps whereby they will be approaching each and every shop vendors and other menial workers, asking them, do you have an insurance? If they don't have an insurance, they arrange for an insurance, they get the signature. Who the labor inspectors will go and do this. They have a target. Every month they should give accident insurance for these many people. There was a person in near my home who used to sell coconut. Very good person, gentleman. And he will not charge very expensively. And he has a family. And we know them and we drink coconut from them. That is the relationship. One day, some crack who always used to give the throttle and the zigzag drive in the road, right? Not knowing where they are so urgently going somewhere else, blaring with blaring horn. So such kind of one crack dashed him. He fell down and he had a very minor injury in his leg. Okay, very minor. He was taken to GH. They effectively took classes to other students with this injury and they made the minor injury into a major injury. Okay. Then they understood that here, if this is going to continue, it is not going to work out. So he came to a private hospital. The private hospital charged him a heavy amount. Still, he was half the treatment and he couldn't able to bear it. He went back home. Now he is a daily worker. When his leg is injured, how he can able to push the cart? He can't. Gradually, days passed on. His money drained, went on to starvation. And the people around them started asking for money, and he got into a lot amount of dignity deficit. He went out of the house using his stick. And after a few months, when we were checking about his whereabouts or how his health is, someone else who's known to him told us he was found dead in a platform. Okay, please, this is real. I felt very pity. And I saw that how this system, either the police should have taken steps to catch the person who made the accident, and at least from his insurance, this person should have got some insurance. The police didn't bother about it because it is simple hit and run, according to them. Here, this person, he should have, if he would have taken an accident insurance, and if it was entirely covered in the insurance, then he would have dignifiedly lived his life. But it didn't happen. Now, whose responsibility is this? A person walking in the corner of the road, hit, the state failed. The state promised life and personal liberty. The state failed to give him either liberty by giving him good treatment, or the state failed to give him life. Correct, right? As a collector, how you people are going to handle this in future when this kind of situation? This can be done only by overseeing that. You should have a far-sightedness in terms of understanding these kind of things. We sit in an AC classroom, we study it. We don't understand what is the problem which a vegetable merchant or a other person is doing it. Correct? We see, okay, they make profits. How much profits they are going to make? So these kind of schemes, the one thing you can do better is when these schemes come here, without any hassle, you can ensure these schemes reach the intended beneficiaries. Correct? That is what you can able to do that. For example, when I proudly say that one of my students regularly conducts camp, sends the labor inspectors to all the places, identify people whether they have insurance. If they don't have insurance, they will get Pradhan Mantri Jan Suraksha Bima Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Yojana. Jeevan Jyoti Yojana is for life insurance. Suraksha Bima Yojana is for accident insurance. One of my friend who's part of BJP, he approached Richmond, and the Richmond told that I will sponsor you 1 lakh. For 1 lakh, they identified these people and they just took the signature, the 250 rupees Suraksha Bima Yojana and 12 rupees Jeevan Jyoti Yojana. Even for that, they didn't took the money. They used that money to pay the premium and gave the insurance card to them. Got it? So at many situations, the students conveniently surpasses even our expectations. I was telling to my, why I am telling you this is, I want to provoke your brain, which is farther, which can expand beyond what I could able to even see. One of my students came and I was proudly saying him, I kept certain tubs in my apartment where we could able to harvest the AC water. The water which spills during the night in the AC water, even that is a sizable quantity. And then when I was discussing with him and he told that, sir, we are not at all using AC in my house. Then how are you surviving? Then he told that he is an architect and he have constructed his house in such a way that they used this Atangudi tiles and other kind of pottery kind of materials where naturally it is cool. But when the initial when they are installing it, it is a bit expensive. And care should be taken when they are building it. Naturally, people don't have such. So you see, if this kind of architecture can be used in a government building, we can use it, right? We are giving crores to the contractors. So we can use it and it becomes a representative. Library, we have to use huge air conditioners. But now if we can able to use such a kind of factors, like how a pot can chill the water, this architecture can chill the room. without external aid. I was impressed. I told him, you will become a case study in my all the classes. Correct, right? That is inspiration. When I am proud that I would be able to harvest my flat's AC water, he is saying that I am not even using the AC, but very politely he told those things and he explained the systems. It was very good. So that is what I am saying, that what I am teaching, that is bare minimum. Expand beyond that. Put your imagination, innovation into work. Okay, now you understood all these factors, right? Which has been a comparative factor between Swabhiman, PMJDY and PMJDY 2018. So majorly the account was provided by public sector banks. When someone asks you why we need public sector bank, this is one reason. Okay, other than that, I don't have much good opinion about public sector banks, where private sector banks provide a better option. But however, you can see regional rural banks and public sector banks are the major providers of Jan Dhan account. Then comparing the accounts, rural area has more account and urban area has comparatively lesser amount of account. After demonetization, the amount of accounts and the amount of deposits have increased significantly. Okay. So we are done with both resident account and non-resident account. Now it's time for us to get into the loans. Any doubt so far? No.
No, sir.
Okay, good.
No, sir.
So the loans can be, in the meantime, we'll have exactly a 5 minutes biological break. Okay. So now we shall see about loan products. In core activity, we are done with the deposit product, and now we will move on to the loan products. The loan products comes in two categories, which is cash loans and non-cash loans. Cash loans, whereby we provide some cash, okay, or the borrower will be getting some cash. Open it. Okay, so in cash loans, we will get some cash. In non-cash loans, we will get something which is related to cash, which might be related to cash. Correct. Bond means it is a cash loan. I give you cash, you give me a piece of paper, which is a bond. Bond is a cash loan. Non-cash loan is something different, a kind of guarantee. For example, you need to give her 10,000 rupees. Now you ask me, sir, I want to give her 10,000 rupees. Give me 10,000 rupees, I will give it to you. Now I say that, sorry, ma, I don't have cash, but wait. I will call her and I say that, don't ask her, she will give it next week. Based on a respect on me, she says that, okay, give me next week. So what I have given you? I have given you 10,000 rupees for a week. But I didn't give you 10,000 rupees. I gave a guarantee to her, wait for a week. If she is not giving, I will. So this guarantee is a kind of lending. Correct? LC is a kind of guarantee, which comes in the form of non-cash loans. The cash loans can be further categorized into secured loans and unsecured loans. Secured loans, either you give as security or a collateral. Security or a collateral. What is security and what is a collateral? Okay, primarily secured loan is based on a collateral. That's correct. Secured loan is based on a collateral, but when we say, we will say that secured loans are either based on a security or a collateral. So if I am taking a gold loan, I am giving gold. What is a collateral? Gold is a collateral because I took the gold, brought it to the bank, gave it to the bank as a collateral. Now I am taking a loan on a house, on a building. So what is a collateral? Building. But I can't lift the building, come give it to the bank. So what I give to the bank? I give the documents. That means paperization. The collateral have been converted into a piece of paper, which is a security. So security should ideally have a underlying collateral. Correct? Can you understand that? Okay. So for the people who came now, I just started. Advancing loans are cash loans and non-cash loans. Cash loans, I give cash. Non-cash loans, I give some sort of guarantees. These cash loans can be further classified into secured loans and unsecured loans. Secured loans, we give a collateral or a security. A collateral can be converted into a security. That means a collateral can be converted into a paper format. So ஒரு வீடு வாங்குறோம்னா நம்ம வீடு எடுத்துட்டு போய் வாங்குறதுக்கு when we are purchasing a house, we don't go take the house. We take only the papers, all the related papers and the latest security paper we have signed. Correct? So that is a security. Securities normally have a collateral. Sometimes when the security is not having any kind of collateral, what will happen is the collateral is your reputation. The secured loans can be broadly categorized into three formats, which is pledge, mortgage, and hypothecation. Pledge, mortgage, and hypothecation. And unsecured loans, personal loan, credit card, education loan. These are all some of the type of unsecured loans. Because for this, we don't give any kind of collateral. We just take the loan. Any doubt? I will explain you what is pledge, mortgage, and hypothecation separately. But now you just see that pledge, mortgage, and hypothecation is a kind of secured loan. And personal loan, credit card, education loan are examples of unsecured loans. Secured loan is based on security or collateral. Unsecured loan is not based on any security or no collateral is involved. You can simply go get the money.
Unsecured.
Gold is a secured loan because you are giving a collateral. Gold loan, housing loan, vehicle loan, all these loans, any loan you give something and you take money, that is a secured loan. You are not giving anything. You are just signing the application and giving it and you are getting the loan. That is a unsecured loan. So this secured loan, the interest rate charged will be very less. Unsecured loan, the interest rate charged will be very high. Why?
Because there is no collateral.
Okay. So risk is high. Okay. So let's imagine a female comes and asks that, sir, I want to know. So what do you have? And she says that I have some gold. So I say that, okay, ma, you paid 11% interest. I will give the loan. The female says that, no, sir, I can't pay 11%. I will pay 8.5%. Now what I can do? I can negotiate and convince her to 9%. Why? Because if I'm not convincing her, she will just go out. And there are Tamanna, Radhika, KR Vijaya, all the people who are giving advertisements saying that come and have the gold loan from this place. So there is a competition. She is having gold. Any Tom, Dick and Harry will give the money and take the loan. Correct? So secured loan, negotiating abilities with the customer and the risk is very, very less. So I have to charge only very less interest rate. But imagine another person is coming for education. So I say that 12%. And he says that, no, sir, give me for 10%. So what I will do? I will show him the door. What does that mean? Please go out. Because I'm not interested in giving loan. Why? Because this is risky. I give loan to you. If you're not paying it, what can I do? There are a lot amount of troubles. So it is better that you give me high interest rate, high risk, high profits, less risk, less profit. The collateral asset will be appraised before approving the loan. So when the loan comes, the application comes, you are giving a gold. Immediately will they give money? No, they will take the gold and there will be a person called gold appraiser. He will check the gold, purity of the gold, and he will say that, sir, we can give this much of money. If it is a land, there will be a land surveyor associated with the bank. He will go measure the land and he will give a report. Based on that only the bank will approve the loan. So, but in case of unsecured loan, that option is not available. because there is no collateral. So the only option available with them is to check the credit rating of the person, which is also called as CIBIL score, CRISIL score, experience score, Equifax score, CIBIL score. For now, you just understand what is a CIBIL score. When you are applying for a loan, some of your friends would have told that my CIBIL score is very good, so I got a loan. Some people will say my CIBIL score was bad, so I didn't got a loan. Okay. So what is a CIBIL score? What is a CIBIL score?
Sir, our credit for
Pay attention. Because 2022, we had a question on CIBIL, Equifax, Brickworks, like this. Every single word, I am again telling you guys, in economics, I have already completed the smart work. If you're trying to do a smart work on this smart work, it will be like after minister, secretary, after secretary, contractor, worker, cement use sample use. Can you understand that? So every word is important. Of course, you people have to do the smart work. Do it in other subjects. Here I have already did it. Okay, so pay attention. Credit rating is every one of our details will be available with the credit rating company. When you open a bank account and you are taking any money either as a loan or you are taking as a OD or you are getting a credit card, immediately your details will be sent by the bank to the credit information companies. The credit information companies are companies which will collect all the details, keep it, process it, and they will give one number as a score for you. These credit information companies are also regulated by Reserve Bank of India. So if you want a good loan, when you don't have any collateral, your credit information is important. Okay, so which we normally call it as credit rating, which is provided by credit information companies, which is regulated by Reserve Bank of India. But at the same time, there is another agency called credit rating agency. Credit information company, credit rating agency. You should not mix both.
credit rating advertisements.
I'll tell you. So credit rating agency, credit information company. What is the difference between this and this? Whether you are asking or you are not asking, credit information company will have your details and it will give a score. Okay. Credit rating agency, only when you go and ask, it will rate you and give the number. So normally it will not give a number for individuals, it will give a number for corporates. Got it? That rating is called as, that is not a rating number, that is a rating which is AA plus BBB. Likewise, they will give a rating. Credit rating agency, credit information company. Credit information company, credit rating agency. Credit rating agency is regulated by SCBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. Credit information company is regulated by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Got it? Paisa Bazaar is a intermediate brokerage company where they will facilitate credit rating. For example, credit information company. For example, let's imagine you have a small company. The company is going to borrow. Okay. I am an individual. I want to borrow. Okay. Both are going to the bank. The bank is saying, boss, I will give you money for the individual because I can see your credit score in the credit information company because you have already borrowed so much of money. Your details are there. You are a good person. I will give you money. The bank have given the money. But for this company, there is no credit information. So the bank will say, I will give you a loan. Go to a CRA, credit rating agency, get a rating and come, I will give loan. So this person is going to a credit rating agency, PricewaterhouseCoopers, அந்த மாதிரி சில companies. They will send their auditors. And the auditor வந்து, he will ask some 100 or 200 questions. He will drill you. And then he will finally give a rating. A, B, 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 C, C, whatever it is. Based on the rating, the bank will give them. Or based on the rating, you can issue a bond and collect money from the public as well. Now you understood what is the difference between CRA and CIC. Okay. So for individuals in India, there are 4 CICs. We will see about CIC later, but for you now you understand it is CIBIL. Okay. Then when the money is not being paid back, the person can able to liquidate the collateral and get the money. But in unsecured loans, it can't be liquidated. They have to follow through the legal actions and try to get the money. Secured loans are easily approved. Even in a minute, you can get the money. But unsecured loans, it is difficult to get approved. It will take time. Secured loans are low risk for the banks. Unsecured loans are high risk for the banks. Okay, now we shall see what is the difference between pledge, mortgage, and hypothecation. I have some gold. I take the gold to the bank. I give the gold. I take the money, come out. Okay. So what happens is, I am taking some gold, going and giving it to the bank. I took the money. Who is the owner of the gold? Who is the possessor of the gold? This is very answerable question. 5th standard level question. I am taking some gold. I am giving it to the bank. Took the money. Now, who is the owner of the gold and who is the possessor of the gold?
Owner of the gold.
Huh? One who gives the loan is the possessor, because the bank is possessing the jewels, my jewels, family jewels. Ownership is still with me. I am the owner of the gold. Correct? My family jewels, I am the owner of the gold. Possessor of the gold is now the bank. When the ownership is with the customer, possession is with the bank, that is a pledge. Okay. I purchase an apartment. Okay. I am living in that apartment. Who is possessing that apartment? But who is the owner of the apartment? Gold, bank. You know why? Because if you go and put a EC, it will not show your name. It will show the bank name. Until you complete the loan, the property is owned by the bank. So ownership is with the bank, possession is with the customer, immovable, that is a mortgage. Got it? Ownership is with the bank, possession is with the customer, immovable, that is a mortgage. I am buying a car. Okay, I am driving it, but the ownership is still with the bank because I took it in a loan. When the ownership is with the bank, possession is with the customer, movable, that is a hypothecation. Got it? So, for example, a printer is buying a printing machine. That is a hypothecation, because although you can't drive it, you can keep the printing machine here now. Tomorrow you can lift it and take it to somewhere else. Clear? So this is how pledge, mortgage, and hypothecation is classified, not based on whether it is gold or car or apartment. The concept is ownership is with the bank, possession is with the customer, movable mortgage, immovable hypothecation. Ownership is with the customer, possession is with the bank, pledge. Clear? Kajal, which part you are asking, whether I can repeat? I missed your message. So I'll explain you again. So pledge mortgage. So I'm taking some gold, I'm giving it to the bank, I'm taking the money back. The gold is owned by me and my family, but it is currently possessed as a collateral for the loan by the bank. So this is a pledge. Ownership is with the customer, possession is with the bank, pledge. When I am buying a new apartment through bank loan, the apartment's ownership will be with the bank, but I will be living in the apartment until I complete the loan. I will be using that apartment. So ownership is with the bank, possession is with the customer, and the property collateral is immovable. That is a mortgage. When the same thing happens for a movable property like a machine or a car, that is a hypothecation. Got it? You got it, Kajal? Okay, great. So with this, we are done with cash loans. Okay. Now we shall see what is a non-cash loans. Unsecured loans is simply unsecured loan. That's it. Only these information is relevant for me. Here I have given right unsecured loan information. Now we shall see about the non-cash loans. Non-cash loans are primarily an ancillary activity. Okay, non-cash loans are primarily an ancillary activity. At a point of time, the banks made it very stringent to give loans in United States. So people did not got loan easily. One industry which was severely affected was automobile industry, cars. So when the cars were affected, Ford and Toyota cars were not sold because 95% of the people buy car through loan. So cars were accumulating and they can't sell it up. So they decided that, okay, we will give the car directly to the people rather than depending on the bank. So they gave an advertisement. So you no need to get the money from the bank. You can directly come and take the cars. People started coming in and they told that I will give the car, but on one condition. You should go to your bank and get me a letter that you have not defaulted any loan in the past. Any loan in the past. Fair enough, right? Correct? You go to your bank and you get a letter that you have not defaulted any loan in the past.
cheap cost bank
Okay. So people rushed to the bank. The bank manager saw this is a additional work for me, right? So they told that why should I do that? And then they decided that okay, if we can give this loan, we give this letter and charge a fee for that. Okay. So they started issuing that letter for a fee that became an ancillary activity. But bank will not simply give the letter. They will visit your home or they will see some documents and they will also justify themselves. And they have created their own SOP, standard operating procedure, to issue this kind of letters. These letters are called as guarantees, bank guarantee. So bank guarantee is the bank guarantee. The loan, even if we have a bank guarantee, we can buy this machine. People used to say, right, this is a bank guarantee. The guarantees come in 4 formats: letter of credit, performance guarantee, financial guarantee, and deferred payment guarantee. Here, the content is not important, but the concept is something which you can easily understand. First, I will explain you performance guarantee. Imagine I am a paper cup maker. I am buying another machine, which is a paper cup making machine. So what happens here is I apply for a loan and the bank says that I can't give loan, I don't have money. Okay, I go to the machine manufacturer. Machine manufacturer says, don't worry, I will give the machine, get a performance guarantee. Now I ask the bank manager to give a performance guarantee. The bank manager says, don't worry, I will give, because you are in this business for almost 5 years and all your sale money comes over into the bank. But I will just visit your factory once and I will see it. And then he visits 10 minutes. He gives a performance guarantee. Done. I gave it and I got the machine. Simple. Now I will directly pay the money to the machine manufacturer. Second, financial guarantee. I am a new entrepreneur. So technically, when I am a new entrepreneur, the bank cannot give performance guarantee. So they say that you are living in a own house. you are having some money in the bank, your father is having some money in the bank, don't worry, I will give a financially strong person. I will give a guarantee. They give a guarantee, we go, we take it. This is the second category. Third category, I neither have track record nor have finance. So I apply for a DPG, deferred payment guarantee, where the bank will give a letter saying that this person is a good person, you can give the machine to him. If he is not paying it, I will pay it. So the bank will give the deferred payment guarantee and it will charge a fee and it will give the guarantee. The person goes and gives a guarantee, they will take the.
So இதெல்லாம் bill of exchange மாதிரி தானே இருக்கு கிட்டத்தட்ட deferred payment guarantee.
இல்ல இது bill of exchange மாதிரி இல்ல. பட் இல்ல அது அதுக்குள்ள நம்ம போக வேண்டாம். bill of exchange நான் தனியா வேற கிளாஸ்ல சொல்லி தரேன். எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றேன். இது இங்க வேண்டாம். Deferred payment guarantee. You understood what is deferred payment guarantee? No, you didn't understood.
Yes, sir. I was very good.
No. Not because of something else. If you would have understood, you should have asked me a question. Not only you, anyone in this class.
The bank was collecting the machinery.
No,
Because
I understood the point
correct.
that if he's not able to pay the money, I will be bearing the cost. The bank will bear the cost.
Mm.
But why would the bank bear the cost?
That is the question. Correct, right? That is the question. Logically speaking, if the bank says that if he is not paying the money, I will pay the money, then he will not pay the money.
Yeah.
Correct. இப்போ புக்கு கொடுக்குறேன் படிச்சுட்டு கொடுத்துருங்க அந்த புக்கு வருமா என்கிட்ட? Why? Because நீங்க தானே சொன்னீங்க படிச்ச பிறகு கொடுக்க சொல்லிடுறேன் அந்த மாதிரி. So there is a trick. If you would have seen a movie where Arya and Santanam, right? Arya and Santanam goes to Rajendran to get a loan. Okay. And when Rajendran is giving a I am boss in the bus. No, you wouldn't have missed the joke. And the joke regularly they put it in the TV.
வேகம் எனக்கு பிடிச்சிருக்கு தம்பி ஆனா வேகம் மட்டும் பார்த்தாரு விவேகமும் வேணும்.
Correct. So they go and they take a loan and Rajendran will say, no problem, I will give the loan. And then he will ask Arya, do you have any asset? And Arya will say, hereafter only I have to accumulate asset. Then stop. You have asset? He will ask, yes sir. So he will keep the cash. When they are taking it, he will stop. Sign this. Okay. Likewise, when the bank will issue the DPG, but when it is about to give you, it will say, wait, sign this. It will give another paper. That paper will say, I agree that if I stop paying the money to the machine manufacturer, I permit the bank to take ownership of the machine, confiscate it and auction it to settle the claim. So that serves as a guarantee for the bank. So if this person is not paying it, I will take the machine and I will do it.
So sir, this applies to even the houses that do not.
Yes, but normally housing loan, we call it as a mortgage. So we are not taking it up, but this applies. They will confiscate and they will liquidate the house.
மோஸ்ட்லி அது அந்த மாதிரி வந்து எக்கனாமிக் அஃபெண்டர்ஸ் தான் வந்து நடந்து பார்த்துருக்கேன். இந்த மாதிரி விஜய் மாரியா விராட் மோடி அவரோட சொந்தம் பேங்க் வந்து
Correct. And that is a mortgage loan, but this is a guarantee. Here the bank is not giving the money.
Sir, then is it true that the rate in which we buy a house and the rate in which the house is on auction is lesser than the actual rate of the house?
No, I will not say that it will be less.
Because my mom, she was like in an idea of buying a house that is an auction. The total worth was around 2.5 or something, and they said that they are ready to give it for around 1 point something.
Okay, because that is the outstanding amount. That will be the outstanding amount. So they will be ready to take it up. Where the previous owner would have signed and definitely, I doubt 2.5 crores worth of house, they will definitely not give it.
1.9 or something. That is
For
what
that range they will give, because what they would have done is the previous owner should be should be in a liability of 1.9 crores. The interest amount added together is 2.5 crores. That person is not in a position to pay. So the bank would have thought that let's waive the interest part. At least let us get back the capital. So they would have been giving you that 1.9.
The person buying the house for 1.9, the money will go to the person who had the
Bank.
the house or the bank?
It will go to the owner. So technically the owner is the bank. So if you go to the property registration website and check out the encumbrance certificate, the bank name will be there. So the bank will take that 1.9 crores and transfer the property in your name, and they will put up an agreement on that part. Before that, they will take the agreement from the owner as all the necessary document and they will do it. But however, there is a mortgage. Okay, that is a mortgage. Now you understood what is a PG, FG and DPG, deferred payment guarantee. Now I will explain you about LC, letter of credit. You see, currently we are living in a world where in no point of time you could able to make a video call. But 10 years back, 15 years back, that was not the case. Everything is through postal letters or telephone, such kind of things. So at that time, to enhance business, the banks started introducing a process called letter of credit. I will explain you with an illustration. See here, there is a buyer. Buyer is Levi's Jeans company. But although Levi's Jeans is marketing all over the world, they are not the manufacturer. They will outsource it. For example, until China became a dominant party, almost 80% of the garments worn by any person in the world was either prepared in Coimbatore, Tirupur, Ambattur or Gujarat. Now only China have become a dominant factor. However, still these industries are prominent. Let's take Celebrity Fashion in Ambattur as a company which does the project for Levi's Jeans. So Levi's Jeans, when they will initiate the process by giving an order and request for quote. In this request for quote, the details will be so intricate. What kind of button should be used, what rivets, what zipper, how many stitch must be there per inch, every single detail, what kind of canvas will be used in the collar. So every single detail will be incorporated in them. If you are from Celebrity Fashions, what you will do? You will sit up with your team and discuss whether these products can be availed. How long it will take to complete the project? What will be the approximate cost? So you decide that, okay, we will give a quotation of 1 crore. So they reply back saying that these material will be sourced at this rate and we will be completing the project and we can deliver the project in this time period. And the project value is 1 crore. They also give another detail along with the quotation. What is it? Bank details. Which bank detail?
The seller's bank details.
Seller's bank. What is that seller bank?
Seller's bank
Is SBA.
beneficiary bank.
SBI. Here is SBA. The buyer is convinced with the quotation. Correct. The quotation is right. We can go ahead. So the buyer asks his bank to issue a LC, letter of credit. The letter of credit is issued by the buyer's bank. It simply says, if the project is completed, I will give 1 crore. Okay. Guarantee. The buyer's bank is saying that I will give the guarantee. The project is completed. You can get the money from me. It will sell the LC to whom? It will sell the it will send the LC to seller bank. After blocking 1 crore in the buyer account. Correct? Because buyer may have 10 crores or 20 crores in his account. What is the value of LC? Block that money and sell the LC. So now Deutsche Bank, what it did, it blocked 1 crore, sent the LC to seller bank. Now seller bank will call Celebrity Fashions. Papa, come here. I got the LC. Now you are eligible for 1 crore. What do you want? So he says that, sir, I want to buy the zip. I want to buy the button, cloth, fabric, thread. I want to give salary to my people. Okay, do everything and send the bill to me. To whom?
To the buyer. Seller
To the bank, buyer bank. Sorry, seller bank, SBA. So the seller does everything and he will send the bill to State Bank of India. State Bank of India will settle the bill. Normally, bank will not settle it immediately. They will speak with the what to say, all the people and say that I will give it shortly. I will give it shortly. They will buy time. They have their own techniques. The project is complete. Now, Celebrity Fashions will deliver the product to the buyer. The moment the container is cleared from that shores, customs clearance have been done, Deutsche Bank will release the cash to State Bank of India. Now, State Bank of India will calculate fabric cost, thread cost, salary amount, everything. It came around 60 lakhs. So, State Bank of India will take 60 lakhs with interest and credit the remaining money in Celebrity Fashions account. So, the transaction is complete. Clear?
No, sir. I don't know this part.
Last part.
Money issuing.
You see, State Bank of India told that Celebrity Fashions, you spend all the money and do the project. Send the bill to me, I will settle it. So, Celebrity Fashions got a kind of loan. Celebrity Fashion will work on the project and it will send the finished goods to buyer. He is in US. When the customs clearance have been done, the containers is moved. Immediately, the buyer will tell the Deutsche Bank to release the money. Deutsche Bank will, whether buyer is telling or not, State Bank of India would have communicated this to Deutsche Bank and money will be released to State Bank of India. State Bank of India will now calculate the accounts. It will check up how much money have been spent on this project, 60 lakhs. It will take 60 lakhs with interest. Then remaining money will be given to the Celebrity Fashions. So, Celebrity Fashions, without spending single rupee, it have completed the project and earned the profit. State Bank of India, simply sitting, it have given a 60 lakhs worth of loan and gained through interest. Levi's Jeans, without having any trust on any company all over the world, it can still complete the project without giving any advance. Correct? Deutsche Bank, by issuing this LC, helped its customer to complete a project and it have got the fees. Correct? Although Celebrity Fashions did not trusted Deutsche Bank, Celebrity Fashion did not trusted Levi's Jeans, or Levi's Jeans did not trusted Celebrity Fashion. But State Bank of India trusted Deutsche Bank trusted State Bank of India. So here the bank acted as a trust enablers. Enabling trust will increase the ease of doing business. Here, ease of doing business. The business was done at ease because there is a trust enablers. You understood how the LC works? Here, two important factors you should understand. One is CBS. What is CBS? Correct. Core banking solution. Tell me a few examples of core banking solution.
Pinnacle, iFlex.
iFlex. Banks. We studied it in commercial banks. So every bank will have a CBS. Although you have a CBS, although you have a CBS, when you are communicating to someone else, you should send through a messenger. Correct? Although my gallery has a picture, to send the image to you, I should use WhatsApp. Correct. If I choose, whatever the message comes to my WhatsApp, automatically gets saved in the gallery. If I disconnect the gallery and WhatsApp, whatever message comes to the WhatsApp will not be saved in the gallery. Correct? Very simple. Likewise, the core banking solution, the message is sent through, not through WhatsApp. Here it is sent through Swift messaging. Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. You can note it down later. Now note it down Swift. So Swift is a method where we can send the message. It's like WhatsApp, telecommunication company. Correct. Let us study in detail at a later point of time. Now I will complete this. Okay, but you're right. Swift is a communication company through which you can send message to banks, bank to bank and financial institutions. send and receive message through Swift. So in Deutsche Bank, like how I told you, WhatsApp and gallery is linked. Whatever message comes in WhatsApp, image will automatically be stored in gallery, right? Likewise, whatever the message they send in Swift, automatically it will get updated in the CBS. Got it? Automatically it will be updated in the CBS. Why? Because CBS and Swift is connected. So 1 crore worth LC is sent, automatically in CBS 1 crore will be blocked. Okay. The project is complete there, the block will be removed and 1 crore will be paid. So Swift and CBS is linked. Clear? Now we shall see a different example. Any doubt on this, LC? Now here, instead of LC, there is another variety called LOU. LOU stands for letter of understanding. More or less the same. When we are having a connection with US, we call it as LC. When we are having a connection with Europe, we call it as LOU. Letter of understanding. Just a guarantee, warranty. Okay, the difference between guarantee and difference between warranty. Okay. One person came and told me, you know, what is the difference between guarantee and warranty? I told him, anyone knows, man. It starts with G and this starts with W. Okay, so here there is a buyer in India. He is having an account with Punjab National Bank. And the seller is located in United Kingdom, UK. So this buyer is sending an order request for quote for diamond jewelries, saying that send me diamonds and gold jewelry, which I will sell it in India. The seller sends a quotation of 8,000 crores. Not in a single shot, but in a, let's consider that as a single shot. It didn't happen in a single time. Immediately, the buyer was convinced with the 8,000 crore quotation and he asks this bank to issue a LOU. So now what Punjab National Bank has to do? It should block 8,000 crores and send the LOU or else, correct? The Punjab National Bank sent the LC or LOU, but it forgot to block the 8,000 crores. Why? The same scenario did not happen in Deutsche Bank, because in Deutsche Bank, Swift message and CBS is linked. But in Punjab National Bank, it is not linked. In the computer, you can send Swift, another computer, you have to block it in the core banking solution. So this person sent the LOU and went for a tea break and forgot it. Okay. Then based on this LC, Barclays Bank gave a loan to seller. The seller purchased gold and diamond jewelry for worth of 8,000 crores. Now what should happen? He should make the jewelry and he should send it to buyer, right? That did not happen. So Barclays Bank is waiting when the project will be completed. Then they went to the seller house. They found that seller is missing. Now, what is the option available to Barclays Bank? They contacted PNB saying that, boss, based on your LC, I gave a loan to this person, 8,000 crores. Now he is not here. Now you send the money. Now only Punjab National Bank is realizing, nama block panli hai. Then they go and see the account, only to see zero balance in the account. Money is missing. Then they ran to that buyer. The buyer is also missing. You got it? The buyer is Nirav Modi. Seller is also Nirav Modi. So he took 8,000 crores and he went to UK. Now you understood how this Nirav Modi scam happened. So see how intelligent they are. They understood how Swift work, how CBS work. There is a gap between both in Punjab National Bank, and using that one method, They took it in crores.
So, Anna, in a real case scenario, if in the scam of to let us focus on the main part, like Nijamare and a project tie and a matter regular. இது LOU வச்சு இத பண்ணா LOU க்கும் LC க்கும் என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கும் ரெண்டும்
Same da. That is what I told you. If you are having a communication with the UK, you will call it as LOU. If you are making it as a communication with US, it is a LC. LC and LOU are same. What is it?
No, sir, I was just asking, you saw that series that came, Scan 19 something, 1986 or 19.
So in the share market.
Harshad Mehta. Okay. I saw.
And the scam at least now.
I'll tell you after this class.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes more. I can tell it now itself. So the problem here is with LOU sent via SWIFT, but CBS is not updated. The Reserve Bank of India told all the SWIFT and CBS must be immediately connected in all the banks. And now almost all the banks have connected. We don't know which bank have not connected, but Nirav Modi will know. And one of his disciples will soon do one another fraud, and then we will understand that there is a gap. Got it? So with this, we are done with the core ancillary and agency activities, demand deposits and time deposits, NRE, NRO and FCNR accounts, and loan types, cash loans, non-cash loans, secured loans and unsecured loans. From here, we will be digging deep into the loan products in the form of what is called as non-performing assets. Last 6 years, there is at least one question or 1.5 question, I will call it as 1.5 question from non-performing assets. And the topic like mattume. So non-performing asset is an important factor. So we will dig deep into the non-performing asset, which is our unit 4. Got it? Fine. So great. So now with this, the class is over. Now I will clarify the doubt on the Harshad Mehta scam. You see, a man went to a village and he started capturing the monkeys from the nearby forest. Immediately, many people went and saw him and they laughed. Oh, he's catching monkeys. Then the man again came, he caught a lot amount of monkeys and went. And patiently he came, he caught monkeys and went. Then some people went to him and asked him, sir, why are you catching monkeys? And he told that I am selling this to foreigners and they are giving me good money. And if you can help, I will give you 200 rupees per month. So those people helped and he gave 200 rupees to them and he took the monkeys. Then one day he came, he told that now there is a huge demand for monkeys. If you can get me more monkeys, I can give you up to 400 rupees, double the cost. So they went and they caught more monkeys. They got 400 rupees. The man came, likewise this kept on happening and he was selling the monkeys for, buying the monkeys for 800 rupees, 900, it went to 1000 rupees. Then one day he came haribarili. He told that he called all these people and even the people who laughed, they also started catching the monkeys because they see that everyone is earning out of it. One day that man came and told that there is a very huge order. Okay, so this might be the greatest deal. If you can able to get me monkeys, I can give you 5,000 rupees for one monkey. Everyone were running pillar to post into the forest, but there is no monkey. All the monkeys have been caught. This man told that next week I will come, have the monkeys. For one monkey, I will give 5,000 rupees. Then they were searching for monkey. One another person came and told that, hey, what are you doing? We are searching for monkeys. Hey, are you stupid? You are searching for monkeys. There is a man in the next village. He is selling monkeys for just 3,000 rupees. So these people sold their land and other things. They went and they bought the monkeys for 3,000 rupees, came to their village. They were waiting. But this man never came. Why? Because he is the one who created an artificial demand for a product which was not needed for anyone. He gave them 200 rupees, 400 rupees and gained the trust. And now everyone, the entire village went on to buy in lakhs and lakhs by giving 3,000 rupees per monkey. So those monkeys are nothing but the monkeys bought from these people for 200 rupees. Now he sold it for everything for 3,000 rupees and he went away somewhere else. Maybe he would have went to some other village to do the same activity again. This is a story which is told for every person who's starting their career in stock markets. Okay. That is how they will put the trap, they will attract. Harshad Mehta did the same. You know, he had friends with State Bank of India. In State Bank of India, he will get 1,000 crores for 1 week. On Monday, he will buy some dead stock using 50 crores. The share price of the stock increases. On Tuesday, he will rebuy the same stock for 100 crores. Again, double. On the third day, he buys the same stock for 300 rupees. Again, double. On the fourth day, he's ready to sell the stock for 700 rupees or 1,000 rupees. Now, what happens? All over India, people jump on the stock because it is doubling every day. They jump at 1,000 rupees, where he quietly take the money, repay the SBI amount, and he moves on to the next stock. Can you understand? So these people, without understanding the trap, they put all their money in the stocks. It is not over, it is not new, and it is not over. It is not new. This kind of trap is happening for thousands of years, and this will happen for another thousands of years. And even today and every day, people are getting news saying that invest 1 lakh, you will get 10,000 rupees per month. Likewise, only those people will take the money and run away. So almost a generation of middle class people have put so much of money, and Harshad Mehta took away all the money. That shook the entire country. And when these kind of people get caught, most probably they will die in the prison itself. Okay, either due to their health or they will be made to die there, because many other political links will be there. I am expecting one another person very shortly. I am not saying who it is. Okay. The same kind of thing happened for, you see, when so many people were printing counterfeit notes. One man became very intelligent. He told that, why should I print notes? Easily I will get caught. But I will print stamp paper. Stamp paper starts from 20 rupees to 1 lakh rupee. So if you print a 50,000 rupee no stamp paper, it can be easily purchased by anyone. At a time where 1,000 rupees is high, that man made a scam of 30,000 crores. Stamp paper scam. After that, now you know what? If you are going and purchasing a stamp paper, they will ask for your Aadhaar card. They will write the name on the paper. They will write the same name in the register, Aadhaar number, mobile number, everything. And they will input these details in the computer as well. So anywhere else in the stamp paper, the number is inputted. They will know that from where you bought it, who bought it. So they made it very strict. But see, that man identified a loophole there itself, and he made a 30,000 crore worth of scam. Harshad Mehta, he understood, made friends with SBI, took up some money, and he made a very huge one. But the difference is, in stamp paper scam, the loser is a government. In Harshad Mehta scam, the loser is a common person, common people, which is very bad. Okay, so with this, I complete my class, and we shall see non-performing assets. Non-performing assets is a bit deeper. So I recommend you people revise it and come up with any kind of doubts you have, but we'll see how it is going on. So people in online, do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you. See you
Thank you, sir.
in next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
On the